Welcome to Planet Ice Widnes for this battle in the Laidler Conference, a top of the table battle between the Widnes Wild and the Altrincham Aces.
Well, Gary, yeah, number 2 versus number 3. This is what we've been waiting for.
Well, the thing is, you're talking about number 2 against number 3. The last time we were here, the two teams were battling away at the top again, 1 point away from each other, and it was a battle that went right down to the wire and then went to overtime.
Well, certainly Mikey Gilbert with that overtime winning goal, but it just proves that you know, each team has to measure of each other. They know how each other plays. It's always a close battle when the two teams play each other, but I don't know, you know, Widnes can give them a good game, just so can Altrincham.
Well, going into this game, Widnes come off the back of a really convincing win against the D-side Dragons, 22-2, which is a massive score. But again, they were sitting in third place, well, joint top, as it happens, even though they're third in the table, joint top. And you've got to look to players like Stewie Brittle and Ollie Barron, as always, and of course Nick Manning, that formidable front line.
That front line there of Widnes's first line, it's almost deadly. We've seen it so many times. Obviously, each brings their own to it. You've got Ollie Barron, who's commanding the ice, Manning, who's always can find that pass lane, that open pass right through, and Brittle, who's got that burst of speed and just knows where the net is.
They do work well together. Of course, the Altrincham Aces have got to look to try and stop this. They come into off the back of tonight. They were losers to 4-7 to Telford, and of course, at the moment, it's really, really tight at the top of the Laidler. You know, teams pecking at each other, pinching wins, and then losing to teams just below them. A win is vital for the Aces tonight.
It certainly is, and I think, you know, they're going to be looking to the likes of Jake Nurse, Thomas Mitrick. Mitrick is, I must say, admittedly, after seeing him over the last couple of games, give that guy the puck and he will take off, and you have to, you know, do all you can to stick with him. The downside is sometimes he doesn't get the support out in front of net where he needs it, and that's crucial to the Aces. They're going to need to finish opportunities tonight.
Of course, it's going to be really, really vital. 2 netminders tonight. Croyle between the pipes for Widnes, and Ryan between the pipes for the Aces. 2 good netminders there. It's going to be an interesting affair. I think it's going to be a feisty affair. I certainly think we're going to see a few drop gloves, maybe. That's what happened last time.
Certainly, you know, we know the tensions, you know, always there with this fixture. They're not afraid to go physical, either team. And yeah, I've got a feeling the game's going to start with it bubbling just under the surface.
So without further ado, I think it's time to go to the action. We're going to land the ice, and it's time to
drop the puck. Right, Gary, so here we go. That clash that you mentioned in the Christmas episode you were looking forward to.
Oh, so much waiting for this one.
It's going to be a good game. Last time these two teams met on Drop the Puck, we got our first overtime of this season.
I don't think there's going to be an overtime this time.
No, and it's immediately going to be Altrincham that are going to win the face-off there. That's Cade King, pushes that up. It's going to be cut out straight away by Widnes, turn back round, but only picked up by the defence, and Cade puts that straight back in. Picked up by the Widnes defender, sitting behind his own net, trying to take the sting out the very quick onslaught from Altrincham, but they look to turn again. Cade King goes to put it again, it's chipped up, and he's going to go into off the benches, just out in front. Very lucky bounce there, but Widnes come away with the loose puck. Turn it back in, here he comes straight back in now.
Oh, Manning, what a shot.
Nick Manning with an early shot, and again, Gary, we're seeing that forward line of Barron, Manning and Brittle. It's a powerhouse line.
It is, it's a formidable line. Anybody should fear them in this conference at the moment. Quite possibly in the Monolly as well, because they are good enough to play.
Clearance by netminder Matt Croyle for the Widnes, goes straight onto the Altrincham stick. Bit of a mix-up in the change around there. Straight out the gate comes Tom Jackson for the Wild. Steered back out. Put straight back in there. That's Hutchinson, Sarah Hutchinson for the Aces. Shot coming in. Oh. Croyle goes down, leg side. Puts it around. Cleared away there by Valles. Back now, Slater. Winds a shot up. That's going to go high. And we're going to get ourselves first stoppage in play. Face-off won by the Wild, crucially deep in the Altrincham zone. Try and get the shot away, but it's blocked by the red bodies.
Oh, they're coming on the attack.
And here comes that quick break with Greaves. Greaves goes, tries to go in. It was Hayes who tried to find the rebound. Croyle denies. And now Altrincham look deadly with the offensive. Tries to go right round for the wraparound. Body flying in the way. Confusion between Croyland's defender there. Slater puts that back in. It's out in front.
Oh, nobody got
And
it.
they've cleared it. Straight back in. And we're going to get ourselves an offside call there. Unfortunately, Sam Dunford took that back in before his teammate was able to clear out, and some early pressure there from the Aces.
Yeah, it's looking lively, like we said it was going to be. Well, like I've just said, it's scrappy. Nobody's got real control yet.
Face-off, crucially won by the Wild in their defensive zone. Try and play that up very quickly. Tries to find Manning on the wing. Tries to put it back into Barron across. Unfortunately, it's cut out by Nurse. Puck comes back round. Ryan's out of his net to stop that. Forecheck pressure coming in the form of Stu Brittle. And it's Murray now. Murray behind his own net. Dug out there. Oh, crucially by Gilbert. And they're pushing forward now. Sorry, Manning, I apologise. And as they go again, Altrincham play that puck on, but it's quickly turned around by the Wild. Shot comes in. Oh, Nick Manning trying to go low. Block aside there on Ryan. Sees it out. Back in, Vals. Rides the board. Oh, it's out front, it's in! He deflected the first one, but it was right down in the paint onto the stick of a Wild player. And that's going to be Stu Brittle with his opening goal.
Well, he was posted on that far post, behind the keeper, and when that puck comes in, slotted across the face of goal, he was there just to tap it in. And the Wild take a lead close to midway in this first period. Wild 1, Aces 0.
10:49 in this first period remaining. Face off. Crucially won by the Wild in the Aces zone. Aces do enough to try and regain possession of that. Put that back in though. Offensive pressure coming again from the Wild. Trying to find it. It's Bez Hughes, quick side. It's gone out to the blue line. Shot comes in through traffic. Oh! Ryan sees it last minute, turns it out.
That bounced just in front of the net as well.
And there's Bracegill. Bracegill puts it back in. Another shot. His body's flying in everywhere. Mikey Mauer's there. Oh! Oh, Gary, we said it. They could possibly gone.
Yeah, it's got lively.
It's Daniel Bracegirdle's in there. We'll see if we can get some of the other names that's going on.
And there's a lot of hugging.
But there's not a lot of loving, we can say that much.
Yeah, no love between these two
Carl
teams.
Slater on the outside. Slater and Bracegirdle, could they go?
No.
Got Dunford in there as well. There's Kemp.
There's lots of shoves. There's lots of shoves.
Mike Gilbert in the box now for the Widnes Wild, and the Altrincham Aces find themselves on a power play. And he's going to have gone for that. Pushed the official on his way to the box. And that's Murray.
Murray's, he's gone.
They've tossed him from the game. It's interference of an official.
Yeah, the officials signalled it. He's gone.
John Murray's been thrown out of this game, to much of the delight of the Widnes fans.
Well, regardless of what's said and done, when the official makes a call, you certainly shouldn't put your hands on the official. He's manhandled him, and quite rightly so. He's been removed from the game.
5 out in yellow and only 4 red men. Can they do the job, as they need to weather this storm for the remaining 2 minutes 50?
Well, the Aces need to be disciplined now for these final 2.25 minutes of this penalty that they've got to ride out.
Barron feeds Manning near side, pushes it back. Barron takes a shot. Brittle looking for the deflection. If he'd have made contact, it would have been past Ryan. He didn't even know he was there. Barron again through traffic, caught up. Manning puts that straight back across. Shot comes in from Vales. Ryan's down. Ashington's there to clear that. It's picked very quickly up though by Offord. Simon Offord brings it out, allowing Widnes to reset and go back in. Barron in the corner. Out on the point is Vales. Shot And it's out front, it's in! Ryan kicks it away. Again, straight onto the stick of one of the Widnes players.
Well,
and it looks to be accredited to Wofford there, Gary.
Orford is just enough to stick that one in, and as much as the Aces are trying to keep a good box formation, play defensive hockey, you can't do it against a team like Widnes when you're a man down, and the Wild extend their lead. Widnes 2, Altrincham 0. If you want to catch more of the action, join us after the break. We'll bring you here on Drop the Puck.
Welcome back to Drop the Puck as we get this second period underway. Widnes taking that 2-0 lead in. And Gary, it was a very commanding performance in that first period by Widnes. A lot of penalties though, killing Altrincham.
Yeah, hopefully something was said in the dressing room at that period break. And
shot comes in early from Valles. And Widnes immediately goes straight back on that offensive attack.
Oh, and it looks like they're going to run out of time on that penalty power play.
As finally Altrincham get back to full strength, 5-on-5. And we were saying, Gary, about those penalties being detrimental.
Yeah, it's... Oh, and a big collision there.
There's a massive hit. Ashington and Barron both slow getting up. And Barron says something to Ashington. Ashington's being told to skate back to bench and leave his stick on the ice. Another skater goes out as quickly. Get back, Wild knocking on the door again. Early on, down, goes
That's in!
in!
Oh my goodness, as quick as he was on the floor of the ice, skates down the ice towards the Aces goal, and he taps that one in. A good start in this second period by the Wild. And they go ahead 3-0 ahead against the Aces.
Face-off crucially won by the Wild deep within their own defensive zone. Tries to clear that off the board to Pavel Valles. It's made its way all the way down deep into the Aces zone. Ashington does enough to clear that. It comes off the official's skates. Shot coming in, goes wide. Slater puts that straight back in. Nurse skates around. Ashington now picks it up in no man's land. Looks to go D to D, but the Wild are there shutting that path off. Again, tied up right out in front of the Wild bench. Ryan uses his stick to turn that out. And the Aces desperately now trying to find some open ice and get something going. But it seems everywhere they turn like that, Gary, straight onto the stick of a Wild player. Yeah,
it's almost like they've got more players than the Aces out there. Oh, and the official's down.
And it must be dropped the puck. Turner plays that into the corner. Ashington and Turner exchanging some words there, as well as stick blows. Shot in, it's in! Everyone's too busy wondering what's going on between Ashington and Turner. And Dan Bullock takes the opportunity to slot it past Ryan.
Yeah, he's just posted there, just to the left of the netminder, at the right of the goal as we look at it. And he just casually slots that past the keeper, and it's like everybody was stood still. And the Wild extend their lead. Widnes 4, Aces 0.
Face-off won again by the Aces in their own zone. Look to clear that with Dipnell. Puck all the way down. Ryan's going to come out. Assist that round again. Picked up by Gilbert though. Puts it straight back in, but onto the stick of Nurse. Nurse tries to feed that forward. Wild cut that out. Big dump in straight behind the net of Ryan. And the Aces now forced behind. And we've got ourselves again another power play opportunity for the Aces.
Oh!
Penalty's been assessed to Kyle Haslam of the Wild. And with this power play opportunity now, the Aces desperately trying to reel a comeback goal. Slater finds a man at the point. Shot comes in. And again, things start getting very physical in the crease and the high point there in the slot. As they go in again, Slater trying to find a man. The point shot comes in. Croyle gloves that out.
Oh, and we're getting a bit more.
And Jackson and Reeves. Face-off is won by Altrincham deep in their own defensive zone, but quickly depossessed and taken out. Put back in. Altrincham see it, try and clear it out, but it's kept in there by Brace Girdle. Miscue and Widnes are forced to come out. Brace Girdle puts that back in. Ryan stops it behind his net. Altrincham withdraw behind their own. Tendy try and get something going. Speed breaks down his Mitrick. Mitrick round one, round two. He's brought down. Face off to the right of Croyle. Won by the Widnes Wild. Trying to clear it out. And now, Gary, if I'm reading this right, there's another penalty been assessed to the Wild this time.
Yeah,
this one, Lee Kemp.
Yeah, on Kemp. Looked like it was a tripping call.
And that being assessed to Kemp after the trip on Mitrick. Declan Ryan does well to get down, push that out, but only onto the stick of Brittle. Brittle dangerous in these offensive opportunities.
And talking of opportunities, Ben, the Aces really need to capitalise on these power plays.
So far, the special teams tonight not really converting for them.
Oh.
A miscommunication there. Cassidy tried to dump that back to Reeves and he wasn't there. Barron's quick to jump on the puck. Skating forward, he's got man in far side.
Oh,
found Barron, there it is.
And you couldn't have got an easier goal than that. A lovely 1-2 play.
He tried making it look hard.
1-2 play there, and Barron just casually wraps it back round, slots into the goal, an empty net. As they extend their lead tonight in the second period, it's Widnes Wild 5, Altrincham Aces 0.
And after the short-handed goal there for the Wild, take them to 5. 35 seconds still remain on that power play in Altrincham's favour. Here they come again with speed, trying to break down. Reeves miscues the pass, turns that back in, takes it onside. Body flying around, every shot is in! Joe Greaves with the answer very quickly.
Well, he's got to be happy with that. Greaves just fires that off just by the blue line.
And that initial stretch pass to set that up.
So the Aces peg one back. They've still got a lot to do. It's Widnes Wild 5, Altrincham Aces 1.
Face-off centre ice, won by the Wild. Finds Jackson. Jackson pushed that up to Gilbert. Gilbert chasing it into the corner. Slater's over there. Grinds him round. Gilbert still in possession though. Looks to find the man behind the net as he tries and set up a play. You can see Bullock stationed right out in front of the paint there. But the Aces come away with it and we break up quickly. Inside goes Hajek. He's unable to do anything though, he's quickly shut down.
Yeah, Wild doing a great defensive job there.
Greaves forced just to dump that in as they chase down. Jacob Hajek on the boards. We tie up now with Dunford. Dipnell does well to clear away. And Wayne Slater's going to be back there to pick that up for the Aces, but we're going to get ourselves icing call. Hajek tries to find Dunford there, and it's a 5-minute penalty. It's been assessed to Washington at the Aces. It won't show on the clock due to the final 2 minutes being in play. The remaining 3 will carry over into the third period. And yet again, the Aces find themselves
Look at the five skaters on the ice.
The penalty being assessed solely to Washington.
Oh, it's in!
Reeves again!
Well,
everyone just sort of stopped and watched that skate by.
That pass got fed in. He was coming down the centre, right on line with the goal. And as you can see, he just taps that to the left of the keeper, to his right. And it's given a bit of breath, breathing some life back into this game. As the Widnes Wild can see the goal. It's 5 Widnes and the Aces 2.
Face-off is won by the Wild, who dumped that away for the Aces to chase. Dying seconds now of the second period. Cassidy tries to take it around the back of the Wild net. Still, Cassidy in possession, tries to find a man on front. Reeves goes to go back, stick goes wide.
And the clock runs out just as that trickles by.
And Reeves and Turner now exchanging words. Officials are straight over. Well, I believe the buzzer's gone to the end of the second period.
Yeah, the officials are saying it's head to the locker rooms.
And you can see Widnes having words with Croyle there as both teams go back to the locker room. 3-2, that period in favour of the Wild. Wild 5-2 for the game.
Yeah, it's been an interesting period. You can join us after the break for more action right here on Drop the Puck.
As the puck drops, we get underway for this third and final period here at Planet Ice Widnes, as the Widnes Wild command a 5-2 lead over the close rivals in the Laidler, the Altrincham Aces. Gary, it's been a penalty-ridden affair so far for the Aces. They've seen a lot of time on the penalty kill and very few on the power play, but one thing we have noticed is the special teams isn't quite as fruitful as could be.
No, but I think people are concentrating too much on getting the big hits in and causing little scuffles. And we've said this.
Shot in early.
And I think if people just concentrated on the game, it'd be an interesting game.
Well, they've got another 20 minutes to try and pull back those 3 goals. As Slater at the blue plays that forward into the corner. Now Barron's going to get a stick on that and clear that away. Ryan comes out and lays that off to his teammate. It's chipped onside. And Widnes are back to full strength. Obviously, Altrincham starting on that power play after the penalty late in the second. King can't quite keep possession as Dipnell does well. Gilbert grabs that back, and it's a miscue there by the Wild defensiveman. Very quick to jump on the forecheck pressure there, but Cade King's just going to knock that back in. Yes. Plays it through to Berry. Berry goes to dump it into the corner. And we're going to get ourselves a call there. Face off. Won by the Aces. Into the corner. Aces still trying to regain possession, but it's come down onto the Widnes stick. Tie up out in front of the benches. Taken back in. Slater gets a stick it away. He's out. Oh! In fact, Dunford it was.
Oh!
And that... Well, the Wild using one of their 9 lives there. Face-off is won. Wild crucially jump on the loose puck. Berry tries to keep it in the point. Back to King. Some confusion. Here come the Wild. Tries to find. Appears to be Barron in the slot. That was Brittle with the searching pass. Aces go back the other way. Great poke check there.
And King did enough just to put him off there as he was coming in for that shot.
Ness looks to try and exploit the change. He's unable to. And it's Gilbert chasing that puck up. Puck comes all the way back down. 1:20 remaining in this penalty against Barlow. 4 men of Widnes, though, proving more than enough at the moment for the Altrincham 5.
And that pass, shot by Greaves then off the leg pad of Croyle.
Mitrick can't keep hold of it.
On as a penalty.
Another one.
It's going to be another tripping call on the Wild. They pull the netminder.
Ryan goes to the bench and the extra man comes on. The officials have blown it dead. And the Widnes bench certainly vocal about it.
And Dipnell going to the box.
Sean Dipnell is going to sit for 2 minutes. There's still 50 seconds remaining in the penalty against Barlow. And we've got ourselves a 5-on-3.
Well, if you want an opportunity to try and peg back in this game, this is it now for the Aces.
Face off. Won by the Aces. They're chasing to the zone. It's cleared away though. So far, Wild doing their job. Ryan knocks that on for Slater. Slater skates forward. Brittle, Barron, and I'm assuming Valles out there. Yeah, offered. So Brittle, offered, and Valles are your 3 out for Widnes. Shot comes in though.
Ooh, well saved.
Shot in from Greaves and it's saved. Face off again, crucially won by the Wild as he put a big stick on that, trying to clear it out. Back in though by the Aces. Shot comes in. Man's unable to turn it in the far post. Ryan signalling that one of the penalties due to expire there. That'll be Barlow's in 2-1. He enters back into the fray. It's a 5-on-4 in favour of the Aces. 13 minutes remain in this period. And again, the Wild do enough to clear that puck. Right now, the Wild showing a great example of penalty kill. The Aces have been banging on the door. Slater puts that back forward for Carl Slater.
Oh, and he's lost
his edge.
And again.
Rides a check on the board. And Altrincham now trying to find that pass lane, but Widnes doing everything they can to shut them down. Manages to find one with Hajek. Plays that over. Shot comes in, looks for deflection, Greaves.
No one there.
In at the point, shot comes in.
Oh!
Dunford plays that out. Still Dunford puts that back in. Shot comes in. Hajek unable to put it on target. 5 seconds remain in the penalty against Dipnell. And that's going to expire.
Widnes are back to full strength.
Well done, Widnes. Exceptional penalty kill there. And Altrincham are going to be furious at themselves for not putting that chance away.
Yeah, it's you would not get a better chance than that, being 5-on-3. They weren't able to capitalise, and Widnes are going to start attacking again.
Immediately comes down with Haslam, but it's a poke check from King. Sees the puck off. King now back in possession. Skates behind his own net. Mauer with the forward check pressure. Gilbert now takes that up, tries to play it wide, but it's only found Hughes. Hughes puts it in and Ryan holds on to that, and we're going to get ourselves a whistle. Face off there, won by the Wild. Very quickly, played in by Manning. Manning takes the shot and Declan Ryan's down, leg pad save. And that furious forward line there from the Widnes Wild, turn back in.
They're putting pressure on that net already.
Brittle, Manning and Barron are banging on this door to try and get a 6th. And Slater plays that round. Jordan Ashington now behind his own net. Take the flow out the game. Try and put a bit of conduction back in from themselves. Slater's having to come over. Holland picks a puck up. Tries to play forward to the man on the edge. Reeves turns through Slater's legs.
Oh, it's in!
Oh! Barlow finds Moore. And Mikey Moore.
Well,
slight deflection, far side.
He skates down to the right-hand side, the left of the keeper, and Barlow just slings that pass across. Mauer taps it in to the top corner to the right of the keeper. And the Widnes Wild extend their lead. Widnes 6, Aces 2.
Face off again, won by Altrincham. Late on in this third period, they seem to be winning all the draws. Loose puck, 2 red shirts. Quickly blocked that out, and it's taken back onside. Shot comes in, Mitrick. And that thud is it bouncing off the backboards.
I've got to be honest, Ben, I'm surprised Mitrick hasn't managed to get on the scoreboard tonight.
He's been all over the ice. Berry at the point. Puts that back in, kick out by Croyle. And again, the Wild just letting the Aces exert themselves, riding the pressure, and then straight back down the other end. Offered, dumps that in. Ryan slows that down for King to pick up. Mitrick picks it up, knocks it forward out in front of his own bench. Miscommunication, knocked away by the Wild. Again though, Mitrick still fighting for it, still got it. Reeves ties up there with Barron. And now Cade King back behind his own net. Ashington. Back to King, who takes that forward. Dumps it into the corner, chased down by Ashington. And that's going to be called for an icing. Face off, won by the Aces, big shot comes in. Croyle sees it and deflects it away. Pushed out, jumped on by the Wild. Pass comes across, Gilbert can't reel it in time. Tries to put it back for Manning. But it's going to be Altrincham return it and go the other way. Greaves, big shot.
And that just narrowly went past the post.
Joe Greaves been on form tonight. Well, here we go again, straight down the other end. Wild, laid it off wide. Manning. Oh, what a play! What a play and what a goal by the Wild. Manning sees Barron, far post last second. Gary, what a goal.
Well, it's that man again, Ollie Barron. Previously scored, I think it was 7 or 8 on his last game against the Dragons. And he's coming to this game tonight, still on fire. Puts another one in the net. And it's extended the lead for the Wild tonight, which I think the Aces are going to struggle to catch up on. Wild 7, Aces 2.
And with Stuart Brittle of the Widnes Wild. Stuart, what a result that was.
Yeah, good team performance tonight. We've not done too well against them in the past few years, so it was important to take momentum from yesterday and turn it into a good performance today, which we certainly did. What was it, 7-3 finish?
7-2 finish there, and notably again, that first line of yourself, Ollie Barron, Nick Manning, proving very fruitful.
Yeah, it sort of gelled this year and last year. We didn't play together in Sheffield, but when we came over here we sort of started playing together, and I don't know, we're ripening with age.
Now, heading into tonight's fixture, obviously, the last time these two teams met, we got an overtime game. What were you expecting heading in?
A tough game. They're a tough team to play against. Lots of physicality. They finish their hits every shift, so we just have to dig in. Big team performance and grind it out, really. We didn't, to be fair, we didn't expect to turn them over that well. Definitely not that many goals. So it was great to get 7.
Well, certainly that's not what some of the pundits had on paper there, the result we saw tonight. Was there a specific game plan going into tonight?
Yeah, we thought that we'd give their defence the puck, trap it up, and let them come at us, and it worked. Yeah.
Now, turning attention to head for the rest of the season. Before going into tonight's game, you guys were sat 3rd in the Laidler. What are you going to do? Are we going to push for top?
Well, I think we were tied to top going into tonight, and now we are top. So if we keep performing like that, we can stay there.
Well, thanks very much, Jim. We'll catch you shortly.
Thank you. Cheers.
And with Ollie Barron, the Widnes Wild. Ollie, a bit of an off-the-script result there tonight.
Yeah, big result. Obviously 7-2. Really good result. Altrincham are a difficult team. We've played them 3 times now, won in overtime, lost at their place, and a big result for us tonight. So it's very pleased putting 7 past them as well, because Deck's a really good goalie, so it showed that we put us pucks away well tonight.
Well, you mentioned obviously putting 7 past them, 3 of them accredited to yourself. Are you happy with your hat-trick?
Yeah, it's nice scoring goals. Scored a few last night as well against Deeside. But yeah, the main thing is just getting the 2 points, obviously, for the team. It doesn't really matter who scores them, as long as we coming away with 2 points every week, because this league's so tight.
Well, you mentioned the tightness of the league there. Your last 6 results, previous, or 6 games, I should say, you've only come away with the points 3 of the times. How tight is it up here at the Laidler at the moment?
It's really tight. We lost in Bradford just before Christmas, and they're not in the top 4 or 5. I think they're 6th or 7th. So just shows you need to be on your game every night. You can't underestimate teams. You have to come and be prepared to work for 60 minutes. So I've said it before, but we've just got to take one game at a time, because every team wants to try and beat us. We're a big team in this division. I think that's fair to say, with the fans and stuff we get down here every week. So yeah, we just have to be prepared every week, and prepare in practice on Thursday nights, and take it into games, and one game at a time.
And we obviously finished tonight's game with Wild sat there at the top of the Laidler. What's going to need to be done now?
Well, we've got to take it one game at a time. It's obviously, that's a massive result for us tonight, and my boys have picked it up. We've been missing a few through injuries and work commitments, but everyone stepped up tonight. I'm pleased with every single member of my squad. They all got ice time, and they proved that they want to be out there working for it. So yeah, we go to Hull next week, which is a difficult game. I think they've been the surprise package of the league, it's fair to say. They've got a line which has scored, must be 100 odd goals between them, so we have to be prepared going into Hull, and then on to the next game.
Well, Ollie, good luck for the rest of the season. We hope to catch you again soon.
Cheers, thank you.
With Joe Graves of the Altrincham Aces. Joe, bit of an unfortunate result there for yourselves tonight.
Yeah, we lost. Well, we got beat, didn't we? So doesn't matter, they were better than us. That's the top and bottom of it.
So going into tonight's game, was there any preparation after obviously the overtime last time?
Well, we've been working hard in practice, as we always do. It's just difficult with people working and coming down to practice, and the Christmas period is always hard, and you boys have played all Christmas, so obviously that gives you a good advantage, and scoring all them goals last night gives you a good advantage. It puts you in a good mindset to play against a good team the day after, so it's just one of them, isn't it?
Now, one of the things to pick up on tonight was very early on in that first period, a couple of penalties just took the wind out the sails of the Aces there. Is this something that's being worked on in training?
Referees are a problem. He did that against me in Sheffield, and he got exactly the same treatment. Referee and a linesman should not be skating at a player like a bull in a china shop. It's his own fault. That's his own fault, and the referee should see that. There's no way John pushed the referee, but the referee should not be going at a bull in a china shop at someone. That's it.
Now, looking ahead, the next fixture's Blackburn. What's going to be the main aim of that one besides taking the 2 points?
Working hard, and we've just got to play and work on our systems, haven't we? Because we're burying our systems against the lower teams in the league, and then we come against Widnes and we've got to beat them. That's it. The top 6 in the league can win the league, so it's all to play for. Telford beat Hull, so we've beat Telford. Everyone's beat everyone. It's a good league to play in. It's just a case of who wants it more each night. That's it.
Well, obviously, one last thing, there's a goal accredited to yourself tonight. You've got to be happy with that.
I got 2, thanks.
Well, that you did. Okay, well, Joe, we'll hope to catch you again soon this season.
Cheers, no worries, thanks.
Wayne Slater of the Altrincham Aces. Wayne, bit of a difficult result there for you guys tonight.
Yeah, very difficult. We've had a 3-week break over Christmas. You could see we were flat-footed pretty much throughout the game. Penalties didn't help, again, but it's something we've got to try and learn from and move forwards.
Now, obviously, the last time you guys were here at the Planet Ice Widnes, it was a really close battle there. Is that roughly what you were expecting again?
Yeah, against Widnes, they're a top team, and that's why they're up there, with the 3 or 4 teams. But yeah, I expected a much closer game tonight, to be honest with you, but we really didn't turn up tonight. It's as simple as that.
You mentioned there, obviously, the Laidler being quite tight up at the top at the moment, 3 or 4 teams nicking games off each other. Out of the last 6 there, it's only two times you've come away with the points. What's going to have to change now for Altrincham?
I think discipline. It's as simple as that. 5-on-5 tonight. We competed all the way through the game. We took the big penalties, having to kill 7 minutes in our power play almost. It takes it out of the team, and it really hurts us. It's as simple as that. We've really got to sort of, and I don't know what we need to do, because it's not one player specifically, but we really need to tighten up on the discipline.
And heading into the round off now in the Laidler there, is there a certain fixture you're going to be looking towards especially, you've really got your eye on?
Well, I think the coming weekend, to be honest with you, we've got a couple of teams that are a little bit lower standing, but again, not to be taken lightly. We've got Coventry and Blackburn coming up, and we've got to try and get back on the winning platform, because at the end of the day, it's a habit, and at the moment we're in the habit of losing, and we need to turn that around next weekend.
Well, Wayne, good luck for the rest of the season, and we'll hope to catch you again soon.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you have it, 7-2. I don't think anybody would have had that scripted, although, got to admit, coming off the back of a 22-2 result against Deeside Dragons, Widnes Wild are on fire.
Certainly, rip the script up and throw it away. They wrote their own playbook tonight, their own show. I'm really impressed. Again, how many times we've got to say about that fruitful forward line of Barron, Brittle and Manning.
Yeah, they were lethal tonight, and Barron, commanded the ice as he always does. But you've got to feel sorry for the Aces, because I honestly thought it was going to be a lot closer than that.
Again, I'm going to use that D word, Gary. Discipline. We've mentioned it so many times in Drop the Puck. You heard in the interviews there, Wayne Slater picked up on it. It is something they're going to have to pick up on, especially with the way the Laidler is at the moment. You can't afford to give any time or any points away to anybody, especially those top six.
It is quite tight at the top, and we did point that out. And I mean, Widnes Wild have got to be happy sitting at the top of the pile at the moment, but they've got a really, really tough trip away to Hull coming up next.
Hull Jets, obviously, going into tonight's game, they were sat joint top with Widnes and Altrincham. Hull, I don't even know where to start with, the amount of players I could name that can put the puck in the net. They're a very lethal squad. They've been together for a while now. They gel really well. They skate well together. What Widnes are going to have to do is set a game plan, get it drilled in, and head down to Hull and execute exactly, because it's going to take them a tough game to come away with the points there.
Of course, on the other hand, the Aces, they face Blackburn Hawks next, a team that's struggling somewhat. I believe they're sitting at the bottom still of the Laidler. Aces are probably going into that thinking they've got an easy win, but every team's a potential banana skin.
You can't say that in the Laidler, though. Any dog has his day. We've seen this before. The minute you underestimate a team, they'll catch you on the blind side and flip you over. That's the way it's gone so far this season. And again, Wayne said about it in the interview there, they've got to take each game as it comes, and right now their focus is going to be maintaining one of the top 3 spots here in the Laidler, fighting away, getting all the points they can, and they can only do what they can do.
Of course, there's plenty of other teams fighting away for those top spots. Any one of 6 teams in the Laidler just goes to show how competitive it is.
Very much so. Obviously, you've got the likes of Coventry there as well, Sheffield. So, heading into the latter of the season, only time will tell.
Well, that's all from us here on Drop the Puck. Join us next week when we can bring you another battle for either Motley or the Laidler Conference in the NIHL.